100% of California is now in a drought, and if you could believe it, it could get even worse.
The entire western United States is suffering from the lack of rain, and now the National Weather Service, NOAA, is calling it a mega drought.
Now to the bone-dry conditions up and down the West Coast tonight, and the fears that an already bad drought could get even worse.
Farmers in the state looking for a lifeline. Thousands of their acres of land dried up.
If they cut us off, that's it. You know, that's our lifeline, and water is everything.
The water issues are so critical. Even if you own a well, you only have certain hours to turn it on.
This year being dry as it is, next year, we'll see. I've been told my worst scenario is the pump has dropped about 10 feet.
I've had this apricot grove for 20 years. Well, the variety of apricots that I have here are Castle Bright. It's an older variety. It's a fresh fruit variety for eating. I don't know what's going to happen next year if the water situation doesn't improve and we don't get a good rain. There's a good chance that I might have to let the grove go, you know, which I would hate to do. I've never had any problem with water issues until this year when I got a very disturbing call from the water district telling me that I was out of water.
So the garden we have here at our church that serves the community, and also through our food bank, which we call our Generosity Center, feed close to 2,000 to 3,000 people a week. Faith and prayer really helps our community, and we always offer it to people in moments of despair because it's a moment of deep meditation to allow God to speak to you and also you to speak back to Him.
My name is Vincent Garcia. I'm working for J Ramos Farms since 1997 that we were created. As a family, there is 5 of us involved, 5 brothers. We need water to create food, and food, after all, it makes you think, it makes you use your resources on the best way you can. You know, and anytime you're going to use water, you have that in mind, not to use more than what you need.
The dairy was purchased by my grandfather in 1924. My father and his 2 brothers were operating this until they passed away. I've been out here now for over, 72, almost 50 years now. Wow, time passes fast.
The people that is supporting us out there on the farmers markets and our fruit stand, it becomes family over the years. Seeing the generations on the farmers market especially, they used to be kids at the time they start coming over to the farmers markets. Now they're young adults with their families.
When I took over the farm in '86, we were milking about 400 cows at that time. And during that period of time, until we sold all the cows, a mid-sized dairy back then, we were milking 1,600 cows. Yeah, we were above average, I guess. Today, you need to be milking 4,000 or 5,000 cows to be making the dairy business in California.
So right now during this heat wave, it really has been difficult because there's 2 issues you face. California has always dealt with a lack of water because of rain, and then you add a heat wave on top of it that then deals with issues with both the soil, the fertilizer, and really your ability to grow and find healthy plants. So in order to get these plants healthier, you have to water more because of the heat. Well, if you water more, you don't have access to a lot of water because there's a drought from water. And so there's a cyclical pattern of that happens because in order to get your plants healthier, you need more water. And in order to have more water, you need more rain.
Water is a precious resource, and we need water for farmers, particularly fruit, vegetable, and nut farmers, to keep producing the food we need. The challenge now is there's just not enough water available for folks to grow fruits and vegetables. You take the Sacramento River Delta, for example, we have 17 times the amount of demand right now for that water than is available for folks to farm with. And so we have to change how we allocate that water and provide it to those that need it most.
So when we pray for others, what we're doing is we're taking a moment to worry about someone else's problems and issues and put ours to the side and think, how can I help someone, and pray for someone else instead of necessarily focusing on me. Life isn't always about the big things we do for one another. It's often about the little things that we do for each other that go a long way. So what we have to do as a community is look for small opportunities to do good towards one another, and really to be able to help one another in terms of these lack of resources.
It's really hard to make a living at this highly diversified small scale model, but that's the reality of what we want to invest in California and this country and this world, frankly, is a really highly diversified farm that rewards people, that balances all those things together. And unless we do that, we will continue along that pathway of more monoculture, more industrial inputs, fertilizers and pesticides, because that's just the natural trajectory unless we invest in this alternative.
I would encourage people definitely to support your local farmers in any way you can and have a great respect for them. We stay in business because of these great people and they're conscious in their prayers. I'm so grateful for it, always.
A lot of small farms will go out of business for sure, you know. Maybe some of the big guys will be able to hang on with deep wells and stuff, but a lot of land will have to go fallow. Yes, I pray for rain every day. You know, people have to eat, and without agriculture, you know, they're going to go hungry. And the San Joaquin Valley is one of the most productive places in the world to produce food. The farmer is hurting right now in the San Joaquin Valley and other places around the world. And we do need your prayers because we need to feed the world.